Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for combos.
Let's see how long the opponent lets us do cool things.
Triggers. What is happening? Commanders.
In my opinion, the most broken deck you're gonna see. Monkeys!
This is Historic Brawl. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and it's not just any day, it's Saturday. It's the weekend. It's my Historic Brawl weekends. I'm recording this on a lovely Saturday, and I am playing Zurgo and Ojutai in Historic Brawl. And I know, in a video earlier this week in Standard, you did not get as much Dragon and Orc, as much Dork combo as you wanted. But today, I will be providing all the Dork you can handle, because Zurgo and Ojutai as a commander is probably the best Jeskai control commander that they have made for the game. It is very hard to deal with, and it has basically this little thing that the inside baseball of the card is you hit your opponent with it like 6 times, you win the game. So to buy that much time, you need to keep blowing up and countering their stuff. And every time you hit them with Zurgo and Ojutai, you get that sweet anticipate style trigger that lets you get another answer to another thing. So our plan is simple. Destroy and eliminate the opponent's permanents. Attack them with Zurgo and Ojutai. Find more sweet answers and continue to do so until they scoop or are dead. The reason that this is also very effective is Zurgo and Ojutai, as long as it's hitting the opponent, is sweeper proof. Often there's a ton of tension in Historic Brawl between whether or not you want a commander that does things while it's on the board or sweepers that sweep the board, because you might end up blowing up sometimes your commander in your control deck. Zurgo and Ojutai, no problem. Bounce it back to your hand, sweep the board. Attack, bounce it back to your hand, sweep the board. I'll do it every turn if they let me. So I think that you control fans are really gonna love what we've done with the Zurgo and Ojutai combo here in Historic Brawl. Just keep hitting them, just keep grabbing answers, just keep sweeping boards, countering threats, and blowing up things, and watch the opponent rage off into the sunset. Let's dive in. Let the draconic dorky orc nonsense begin. Our opponent goes first. Our hand has 2 value engines, but we're not in a control matchup. We're up against Calix, who is very aggressive. We do have a Jwari for him, though. But then we're not playing our Bankbuster, we're not playing our map, and on turn 3, we're probably just playing the map and then trying to find a sweeper. But I guess it's better than keeping a hand that doesn't have an answer. Unless they have an elf. Woo, no elf. Dragonfire, good draw. Range a class. That is a frustrating card to play against, because the opponent can just play around all of your fun things. So like they don't play Calix here, they just level up and attack to play around counter magic. The good news is we drew the Dragonfire. And they have another play. Wow. All right. Well, we could veto the Ozolith, but I think we're better off clearing the board. And then we'll try to keep it clear. That's a good draw. They need a creature. They go for a Hallowed Haunting. We could Jwari it, veto it, or saw it coming. If we Jwari it, we might have a land drop for next turn. Stop them. Stop them all. Shut them down. It's the only way. Saw it coming for the mana efficiency, just in case next turn I want to hold up Essence Scatter and play a Bankbuster. They had a follow-up creature, which is very frustrating. That's going to start getting counters. So we need to counter the Calix. We could toast this now, but then they resolve Calix, and then what do I do? Not much, that's for sure. Let's play the Busta. Ow. Gotta do it. Your cards are lining up great. Ours are hanging in there.
Let's
Not as nasty as I'd like it to be. This tapped glacial fortress really sets us back. Okay, gotta find a way to kill this giant Calix. Come on. Do we exile top card or do we use it to draw with Buster? And then I have Dragon +4 maybe? Okay, we should go Dragon +4 first. And by +4, I have 4 more mana to use for the answer that I may or may not find. Not bad. Do we leave you on the battlefield? No. Can't use the Emperor here, though. Because we don't have the mana. I should have used the mana for Zurgo and Ojutai.
Today's my lucky day.
Invasion, not good. But we've got it with Zurgo next turn. Regiment, I guess. Make him pay a lot for it. This is not good. Well, at least they played Splendor. Splendor gives us time. And they're going to go face because they want to make a copy. So we get to keep Chandra. Now we exile the Calix, and we have a turn, right? Or at least 2 turns. But the opponent has 2 Splendors, which is a lot of card draw. So this game is going to become a proper mess. Yes, any and all removal is now the only way. Do it now, before they draw some kind of a way to keep it from happening. How are we going to deal with that Ozolith, huh? What are we going to do? Draw. Ugh, 2 Splendors. So much life gain. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if your life total is greater than the noted life total. Note your life total. Whenever you cast a white spell, gain 1. Alright, they brought Calix back out. They're gonna put the counters back on him. What a beast. First things first. The good news is we have a dragon that can help check the Splendor life totals. So maybe we can slow down the card draw over time. But we've got to keep finding removal. Fortunately, we have a deck full of it, so it's not the end of the world yet. Sunfall for 1. That'll show him. 7 Ozolith freaking counters. Let's get a counter on this Esper Sentinel.
Strike faster. Strike hard.
Play this Maze Mine Tome and this Forge and end the turn. So that's what we have to do. We have to keep checking the Splendors, and we have to keep finding removal for very large things. Husky. I guess it goes in every deck. And they level 3 the Ranger class. That is also a lot of card advantage. Oh my god. Mega Squirrel. Bank bust it. Scry. Because we're in that kind of a game where we'd have to keep hitting. Oh. Oh. Ho ho. Well then. Ain't that something?
This'll be easy.
Get 'em. Let's go, dragons. Let's go. Chandra. Do I return it to hand? With the light shield array on the field, I decline. Let's, I think we got a plus. Are we blocking here? We can block with, well, actually we can bank bust, right? We can block with the pilot, so we don't have to chump away our Esper Sentinel. Shutting those splendors down with dragons feels good. Oh, is the opponent gonna enchant the Toski with the frickin' Catilda thingy? Don't do that, opponent. That's really good. I don't want that. None of that. Oh, the memorial. I draw. So, flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black and red. This is fine. This is fine. I'm not afraid of a squirrel. They go, ooh, going for the Chandra though. Okay. I fear no squirrel.
It was a waste of my time.
And they pass. Okay, we draw. I think I can get him. Packed. I mean, Chandra's 5. There's a 7/7 right here, just chilling. I mean, we go hard in the paint, baby. Let's do this thing. You will take damage. Bam, slam, smash. Dragons over mega squirrels. And enchantments in general. Absolutely. On the play, we've got a little ramp card. Our opponent has Balmor, Battle Mage Captain, so probably an aggressive prowess deck. No blue mana source is a little sad because I can't syncopate the Balmor, but I can Helix it, and if I draw land, I can Teferi it. Let's keep. I don't think I could keep this on the draw, though. I think on the draw, this would be too bad. Wanderer, gross. They can sacrifice that to counter stuff. Has to be instants or sorceries, though. If they blow up that signet, I'm out. Kiln Fiend. Sure. Okay, we draw the red source. Do we drop a Teferi on him? Yeah, we do.
Sorry I'm late.
Oingy.
I've got you.
Verdict. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Now, will we keep drawing lands when we need them? I'm sure the opponent has something to get rid of the Teferi. Or do they? Huh. Opponent, you're supposed to kill the Planeswalker. Don't make this easy for me. Ignores Teferi. Well, now I just can't help you.
This might be a bad idea.
Now there is just no saving you. Oh no, the trigger. Not the trigger. So usually the opponent could feel safe and secure that their Mausoleum Wanderer could counter a 4-mana Wrath here, even with a Teferi on the field, but can't be countered. That beautiful line of text. Just sitting there on your supreme verdict. That's what makes it supreme, not just your average verdict. Oh, bring him out. Don't stop now. Surely you have more that you can play. Yes, kick that door in. All right. When this resolves, they venture into a dungeon. Well, let's not let it resolve. Boom. Oh, we got the nice. We got the nice on our board wipe. You know that's a good board wipe when they hit nice.
I've got it.
The Capitan. What else you got? A passing of the turn, perhaps. Okay. Let's map it. Melt through. Okay, they are going to deal it some damage. Teferi takes 2.
Let's try this.
Here's a staff. We can proliferate our Teferi. Now let's see what the opponent does before they attack with Balmor, because they want to make it bigger. It's Ren's Resolve. Let's see what else they get. 2 lands. 2 juicy, wonderful lands. They're really incentivized to play one more thing to try to kill Teferi. They go face. God bless them. God bless them. Uh-huh. Oh my god, it's Lightning Helix! They got something? They gonna bail it out? Nay. Alright, how much for a mana? 2. Alright. Then I'll take the scry. I could also proliferate. I don't know, I really did want to draw land there. Boom. Say hello to my friend.
Plan? Fire doesn't need a plan. Fuel up.
Oh, baby. Oh, I'll have 2 of those, please. Oh my god.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Oh, yes. Oh, please, opponent. Tell me you're going to allow this to happen. Oh, here comes double strike. Do we allow it? That will hit for 4. And they have nothing else. 2 vetoes.
Time for plan B.
Oh my gosh. Too much power.
I'll protect you.
No one man should have all that power. I guess we'll just do it now. Actually, it goes, we want 1/3 because then the other one has to copy the same effects. Ah. Oh, gross. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, that's so bad. I'm sorry, Balmor. I'm sorry. We're on the draw to start against Miram, Sentinel Worm, but it's very nice to have a disdainful stroke against dragons. Stroking dragons, it's what I do. All right. Brainstorm. Do I keep the Jawari or the Hazard? I should probably keep both for 1 turn cycle, but then starting on turn 3, I do want to make plays. And on turn 2, having Jawari opens good. All right. I'm just going to assume there's no elf here. All right, I don't look stupid. Good for me. The relic. Sure. Relic's Resolve. Might have vetoed it, but I didn't want to disrupt it. Do we slam a Narset into them going to 5 mana? Empty board. They play a dragon, we can Teferi bounce it. But then they just play it again. And we have all these counter spells in hand. So nah, we should chill. We should definitely chill. Don't let them get us on the back foot for no reason. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. This is the trouble people cause. Swords is nice, but you gotta remember the ward on the Miram. So you can't assume for 1 mana you can deal with a thing. Create 2 treasure. Yeah, we should probably just stop that. Will we have the first dragon? If we bounce the relic, they might replay it and copy it, which would be a pretty big mana advantage for a while. Still, we gotta get it down. I actually think the right play is just a plus.
I am not yours. No,
Let's have the swords open. They might have a hasty dragon. Swashbuckler Extraordinaire. It enters the battlefield, create a treasure. When you attack, you may sacrifice 1 or more treasures. When you do, gain double strike. Sure. Crushing Drawbridge. Creatures you control gain haste. Well, that's a little problem, isn't it? Other Teferi. Let's make things a little difficult. Okay. Too many Teferis. Opponent couldn't handle it. Our opponent is on the play. They have Zimone and Dina, Sultai commander. I'm also working on. I'm curious to see what they do with it. This hand is great, I think. We can't cast the Day of Judgment, but Fable cures all bad hands ever. So Mind Stone into either Fable, Narset. It'll be great. My build of Zimone and Dina is, no surprise, a big spells deck, particularly Emergent Ultimatum, using Dina and Zimone and some little sack fodder to ramp into it. It's good stuff. It's very fun. So there's our other white source if we need it. We're on the draw, so the Crossroads is untapped. But Lotus Cobra is a very scary play on turn 2. Up to 4 mana. They get a Midnight Clock into a Foretell. Oh, I don't like this. Looks like they have the same approach to Zimone and Dina that I do, which is play a bunch of good cards and use them to ramp and distract opponents sometimes. All right, so Foretell card, what do you think that is? My guess is All Run's Epiphany. Let's play the Fable. We do not need another ramp piece right now. So, if they're an emergent deck, we've got to find our Disdainful Strokes, Negates, and Dovin's Vetoes as soon as we can. We also have that ticking Midnight Clock to think about, but we've got a little bit of time. Well, they turn 4 6 mana Planeswalkered us. That's pretty good. That's pretty good play. They kill the Fable itself. And they pass the turn. Well, Chandra can solve the problem. Chandra would love to solve the problem. But they also left themselves just stone cold as far as Vraska goes to Zurgo and Ojutai. And Chandra could solve future problems. Because I think if we play Chandra here... Kill. We lose our Goblin Shaman possibly to a trade. Almost certainly to a trade. Even if we attack face, the opponent will probably block because they're just conditioned to do that these days. If they're going to do that anyway, let's do it like this. Like I said, they're going to block for sure. Zurgo and Ojutai get to take out the Planeswalker, but now they have to stay on the field, and the opponent might kill him. We'll just cast him again later if they do. That tracks. All right, 2 targets. Chandra is so happy right now, but let's see what we get with the Zurgo and Ojutai first. Rebuke. But Memory Lapse is probably the most important card. Oh, but Rebuke. When in doubt, be evil on Magic Arena. Boing. Tracker returns with a land drop as the opponent tries to gas back up here. This is probably not a saw it coming because they have not tried to hold it up at all. Let's see if we can get another look here with our dragon, which is going unopposed so far, which is pretty awesome, I must say. Opponent, feel free to do nothing about this dragon. That's working out really well for me. There's a counterspell. All right, let's just set the table. Set the table for future success. It is a Behold the Multiverse. Okay. Interesting. Doesn't feel like it matches a Zimone and Dina deck very well because you really want creatures and fodder that you can sack to Zimone and Dina to be your card draw. Scoots, let's go. Oh yes, come right into the Day of Judgment. One thing that's awesome about Zurgo and Ojutai is it's a control commander you can play with a lot of sweepers because you don't have to worry very much about blowing up your own dragon. You just hit the opponent, get sweet value, return it to your hand, and then you wreck them. What are they gonna do? You're gonna bounce my dragon? It has haste. I mean, you can. All right, we'll go hand. Gosh, the dragon's horde even on the battlefield, that's rough. I'll keep the land. Boom. Ta-da! Hold up the counterspell, absolutely. That's what we do.
Past, present, meditate, and prepare.
Lightning Helix, Justice Strike. I think at this stage it's Justice Strike. Even though it doesn't take out Zimone and Dina. It can help against the Hall of the Storm Giants when we have the mana for the ward. Speaking of the Hall. You
are a mighty warrior.
Swords. All right, back to dragon time. Back to the dragon. 3 more hits, and you're done for. Come on back. We'll just play it safe for the rest of the game. So, no counterspell, but I can activate the map at instant speed to make 2 treasures that can give me the mana for a counterspell. And if they go to the hall again, this is great. We'll just keep doing the dragon race because we're getting ahead with the dragon race.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Tapped land, sure. No need to flip the map there. Dragon! Just keep doing it. If you get tired of casting Zurgo and Ojutai, this is not the deck for you. But then again, I don't know. We have nothing in common, so you shouldn't take my word for anything. Let's decline. We're doing pretty good right now. Zimone and Dina, fine. The commander is here. Have you seen anything though that they've played that you'd like to sacrifice? I haven't. Scry it up. Draw. Ah, the accumulation of resources. I spend my magic life waiting for this. Down to 3. All right, why didn't I take the lightning helix, huh? Where the heck is the lightning bolt? I guess I'll let you do the honors. What you got over there? Archmage's Charm, 1 mana open. Oh. Dirty. So dirty. I knew that Spell Pierce was going to come in handy.
We have to win this fight.
Pew and pew.
When I say burn, you burn.
I'm not opposed to all burn. Burn after like 5 or 6 attacks with the Zurgo and Ojutai. You know, that's a good finish to a game. On the draw against Etali, Primal Conqueror, the Phyrexian dinosaur who will not be controlled. Well, we'll see about that. Our hand is pretty good. We will keep it. Kick it off with a little Triome action. Our opponent's going to ramp with Into the North. That is a good one. We get the awkward choice of the counter ramp with the Guardian Idol or hold up a Memory Lapse. I'm going to counter ramp. I think that our counter spells are needed in the 7 mana spot, but if the opponent resolves a Planeswalker right now, that could be a disaster. I'm going to play Topiary Stomper, which isn't that bad. All right, now the interesting part of the game begins. What does the opponent run into what looks like obvious counter magic? Yeah, that's pretty good. How the heck do I beat that? I don't think I do. They didn't play a land first though, so they might not have one. Let's do this first in case we draw a better counterspell for the situation. We also get to drop off some of these cards that I don't think will be very good. And then we do have to find another answer to the Cavalier next turn. Okay, well, Sunfall's not bad. We could also get in with the dragon since we know we're letting this resolve. I like that. I'm also going to bounce it because the Cavalier has reach. Ooh, swords? Oh, maybe I don't have to bounce it. Is that greedy? Swords is also an answer to the Cavalier. Yeah, I think the best line we can have here is that we swords their Cavalier, attack with Zurgo and Ojutai again, find a counter spell for Etali. They do hit a land just barely. Oh yeah, there we go. Come on, more good stuff. Ragavan. I don't think... I think we're past monkey time. I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't think now is the time for the monkey. All right, the mana is there. The Jwari is ready. This is fine. This is fine. We will definitely trade blows while we're hitting with Zurgo and Ojutai. Spit Flame, Wrath of God, Negate. Negate and Spell Pierce don't help here. We do still have a Sunfall. I can take the Spit Flame because if the opponent doesn't hit land drops, we might not have to worry about that Etali for a turn or two. We also have this card called Magma Opus that's getting closer and closer. Okay, 8 mana. They've got another dragon? Okay. That looks like something that I need to spit some flame at. 15. Pass turn. Let's try a little draw two. The land is there. Solve the... Excuse me. Got excited. Solve the equation. Wow, that animation was something. I would picture a dragon splitting a flame to be, I don't know, awesome. Like the art. That was more like a flick flame. Fable. All right, 8 mana. Probably Magma Opus time. We can tap some lands to keep Etali from resolving. We can keep digging for counter magic. All right. Pass turn. Submit 1. Tappy. Tappy. Bang, bang. What you got? All right, no Etali. See if they can do something else. They still have access to 7 mana here. Titan. Titan. Yikes. My idol. Okay, just 1 creature to clear and we can keep attacking. But it doesn't look like we have the means. We could solve the equation for a removal spell. Ugh. What do we do? You know, it probably is right to just solve. Which means Etali might resolve next turn. Unless we find something good with the Zurgo and Ojutai. So how do we kill this Titan without killing our stuff? Justice freaking Strike. Almost forgot that card was an option. All right. And then we find Disdainful Stroke or something like that. Let's go. Down to 11. Trigger. It's not there. All right. Greed. I am keeping the mana up, though. Do you have the guts to go for it? Well, Big Mark. Big Mark has big... You know what I mean. The Henge. Expressive iteration. All right. All right. Resolve that. Let's see what you find. Believe they already played a land. So this won't come out if I stop the Henge. That's another dragon. Can get them to 3. Where's my lightning helix? Now you have to remember they can transform this, but I've got a solution if they block, and I think they kind of have to. Do I pay for the Spit Flame? I cannot. So this is a lethal attack. They have to block. Come on, Lightning Bolt or Lightning Helix. Right here. Easy. Nope. Never actually had it. Return. Decline. Chandra. Get him.
You want to play with fire, huh?
Frostbite the Chandra. Ouch.
Whatever.
But
Figure it out
it's a good thing Etali died, or the opponent could just transform the Etali and win there. So even though it looks like we're way ahead, the game was on the line if they had like a Tamiyo's safekeeping or something. And I think they have the mana to spin it one more time. Spoopy. Very spoopy. That kills both dragons. Yes, target the gold span. The gold span. The gold span. That. So they can kill both dragons with the Chandra, but we can just command zone Ojutai, play it again, and win. So I think that's why they're scooping, because actually, really, they dead. Our opponent is playing Brawl Storm Conduit, and they're on the play. This Day of Judgment isn't good. This River's Rebuke isn't good. This is usually a Storm deck. This Cold Steel Heart into Veto can be good. They either, but if they counter the Heart or if they ramp themselves, they're going to beat the Veto to the board. Still, Veto is one of the best cards in the deck, and if we just top deck a blue source, we don't need the Heart. So I will keep. I'm an optimist. I would like to think of some of this working out. The Veto is really good. These two, not so much, so I am concerned. This is tough. This is a tough decision, because if we play Jwari here, we have Veto no matter what, even if they mess with the Heart. But I guess we still get to see, like, if they ramp next turn, we don't get a chance. Okay, just don't screw around. Just have your blue source. But Disruption usually does tag something in this matchup. Kill it? You gonna kill it? They're gonna kill it. I mean, a lot of Izzet decks run a lot of artifact hate in this format, and then they have their turn to ramp. Oh, what's this? Another blue source? Ha. You guys think they have a mystical dispute? There's a chance they have a mystical dispute. Prismari Command. What a beautiful card. If they spell pierce it, my heart breaks. This is going very well. So if you're wondering about the makeup of Ral, it's usually Storm. Storm combo, but like kind of a big spells thing, because if you have your commander and you just do a big spell, like, you know, I don't know, a Magma Opus, if you've seen that card recently, that can usually just win the game on its own. But otherwise, yeah, lots of spell combo stuff. There's also an infinite combo with Brawl where if you play a card that like copies a spell and then you cast another copy spell copying that spell and they just copy each other, it generates 1 damage every time, so you win the game. Opponent doing the sneaky brainstorm cheaty thing. So I don't think we play Zurgo and Ojutai. We do need to draw something to get us ahead on cards. That is what's missing. If the opponent has good card draw, we're in trouble. You see that stick? They might actually have a mystical dispute. Getting scary in here. But we do get our dragon. Keep it on the board. All right, come on. Still no value engine. I hate how tapped that is right now. I really do. Let's see if they've got the guts to just go for Brawl here. They don't. Mystical dispute. I still think that's what they have. They definitely had that. Only somebody with a mystical dispute in hand facing a Teferi Hero of Dominaria with 3 open mana scoops in that spot. And we are back for the quick post-game wraps, and I stand by what I said. The best Jeskai control commander now is Zurgo and Ojutai. If it starts to move up into a higher queue and play against more difficult opponents, you want to get cards like Mystical Dispute into the mix. You might even consider cards along the lines of like Aether Gust if you're facing too many Atraxas and Etalis, for example. But overall, this deck can compete with all of them because it moves so well at instant speed. The deck's insane amount of sweepers lets it deal with the open queue with ease, and of course you also have Teferi Planeswalkers that can take over the game very well. It's an excellent control Historic Brawl deck, and if you are getting into Historic Brawl and want to play control and you don't mind spending some wild cards on a 3-color mana base, Zurgo and Ojutai is a lovely place to be. And you only have to craft one of these, and that's all you really need. For standard too, I think that the Zurgo and Ojutai seems like a fun of one of to me, even though we've played it in 4 of in some decks in standard. But I would recommend it as a good fun of one of craft for the collection. So I'm recording this on a Saturday, and it is Historic Brawl. Just a reminder, there's another video posting, if you watch this the day most people do. On Sunday, we post on CoolStuffInc.com, and on Monday, we post on Magic the Gathering Arena official YouTube channel. And on those channels, you can watch me play Standard as well. So please go check out those videos. It supports the channel a lot, in a lot of ways more so than the video you're watching over here on my channel. So feel free to go watch those videos. It really does help me. It helps me a lot. So thank you to everybody who also makes time for those videos. And for those who like Historic Brawl, I'm glad. I really appreciate that you guys are watching them now. I was always very, very, very afraid that if I did anything other than Best of One Standard, even if I found it fun, that nobody would watch it. So it's really cool that there's so much support. It means a ton to me. I got a lot of other things that I'm recording this week, but I don't want to tell you about them just yet. Let's just say you're going to hear a lot more from the one in Best of One on all kinds of channels, especially if you're into Commander. So, let's get ready. We got Lord of the Rings coming up. There's going to be a lot of Historic Brawl and Commander to play, so I'm very excited. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next one. You're cool. Are we going to end there? Are we just going to not talk about the glasses? About the glasses? CovertGo nerd? Huh? Are we going to actually cut it there without talking about the glasses? I'm talking about them right now. Okay, yeah. Blue light glasses. I forgot to take them off. I wear them on stream sometimes. Check out CovertGo Live. There's a link in the description. If you go to the channel CovertGo Live, you can watch the complete streams where I prepare and play all these decks, the uncut footage, and a lot of extra stuff and shenanigans and sweet tunes as well. Okay, are we done now? You're gonna cut that, right? You're gonna cut that all together because I have to say the "you're cool" at the end. Yeah. At the end. At the very end, I have to say you're cool.
Coming transmission.
Cool kids, come in, cool kids. You're cool so you can hear this. We don't have much time. Join me at CovertGoBlue HQ. Follow the coordinates on your screen to CovertGoBlue HQ. CovertGoBlue HQ is your ultimate destination for everything CGB. Get your playmats. Get your shark tokens. And get the first look at all new merchandise that CGB releases. There's even more that's on the way. Gear up with the only merch that's 100% certified by the one in Best of One at the coolest place for the cool kids, CoolStuffInc.com. Head to CoolStuffInc.com/CGB. I'll see you at CovertGoBlue HQ. That's CovertGoBlue HQ.